Hello everyone, Zion here, back with another gameplay commentary video. Today is going to be on a couple of articles I found out. Uh, they're both from Bounding to Comics. They'll be in the link down below. And let's get into it, shall we? Kotaku editor Melissa McCarthy lies about the Sweet Baby Inc. backlash during a CBC radio appearance, claims that the Steam creator list was made to prevent people from buying and playing these video games. Geez. So let's get into it. In the yet further proof of the mainstream video game needs to fudge details in order to convince the public of their latest gamers are evil narrative recent appearance, comedian, oh no, Canadian Public Radio saw Kotaku editor Alyssa Marcanti claims that the proposal of the Sweet Baby Inc.'s detected Steam creators groups not just simply to inform players of the Constitution company's involvement, but given that they rather outright prevent people from buying these games. Of course they are. They're spiteful people. Mercanti offered up the piece of journalism dishonesty during the last appearance in March and 19th episode of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation's Current with Matt Galloway podcast. And amidst the larger conservation in which she provided the read of the ongoing backlash against Sweet Baby Inc., which was thankfully been proved by the CBC themselves. Mercanti was asked by the show's infamous host where she could explain why the company critics took issue with their operations. They believed that they would have some sort of leverage against all these major gaming companies, and they could in kind come in and demand the characters to be race swapped, gender swapped, or women or female characters are made to be more masculine, or masculine characters made to be made weaker, she told Galloway. But in reality, Sweetbee Inc. is just a development company that's a contractor, so they don't really have any leverage against any of these large video companies. Oh, trust me, they do. Trust me, these guys have a lot of leverage. Don't let this fool you. But the article continues. It should be noted, while Sleepy Inc. may not have any concrete leverage against video games, but these companies' co-founder CEO Kim Blair has reportedly boasted of weaponizing outrage culture in order to elicit ideological change in the industry. Yep, that's also true. If you can create working AAA, which did for many years and stuff for your hires and ups, they don't see the value in it, and asking when you're a consultant, when you ask to do research, you give coffee, marketing your team, justify them with the possibility of I'm going to don't give you what you want, Blair told the attendees of the New York, attendees of her Now You See Me representation panel at the 2021 Game Developer Conference, because they have to consider, like I say as a joke, but I'm actually very, very true, because if you start off considering of the people who are players and audience are facing, who have to deal with the harm of keeping a sentiment around their game and their project positive, like their genuine value, you could impress them by both exclusively and financially. To end this, Galloway asked her market why Sweet Baby Inc. out of many other such diversity and inclusion forced consultant companies that offer the service to do the industry in which she would opine, and I quote, "I think it's a storm of a lot of things." It was then at the beginning that her explanation was storm that Kotaku editor would commit her to note an act of journalistic dishonesty. Of course. I mean, when has Kotaku ever made anything not biased or how they usually run? Um, but yeah, someone at Sweet Baby Inc. noticed that the account made a Steam notice, and yeah, so yeah, a lot of things is coming to Sweet Baby Inc. and not the kind of attention they wanted. I mean, they seeked attention, but it's not the one that they wanted. The article continues, while simply put, the scene creator function allows the users to cultivate a running record of their games according to any metric. For example, superhero games, anime games, or games published by Capcom. The particular Super Inc. detected meant to simply notify Steam users who voluntarily opt in, and which the company had in their own publicly listed in their credits, thus allowing them to make fully informed purchasing decisions. Yeah, so. And then the article continues as writing Super Inc. detected Steam creator list of 112,000 members. Further, that it should be noted that the list of administrators, curers, and especially gone this way, and regularly request the followers do not harass anyone as responsible as they can be. I also heard that on the Steam, Freebie Inc. was deleting and banning people from their community page. Not sure if that's true. I mean, I could believe it. But yeah. Uh, excuse me. All right. So yeah, that's the end of that article. Yeah. Let's get into the next article, shall we? Okay. So, the next article is on Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma review, which Dragon's Dogma's review, the same amazing game now with a 99% less jank. Okay, so how do you like a challenging game? As the article starts, as an older gamer, I now have sometimes find it hard to convey with younger generations the essence of what makes a gaming special in its early days. Gaming used to emphasize on difficulty improving what gaming impossible challenges, and yet as a gaming became more and more mainstream in the early 2010s, gamers watched out for their hobbies, turned into removing those unique, sometimes maddening experience that defines the medium for decades in favor of simplicity and ease of access. Enter Dragon's Dogma 2, the throwback and Captain's latest creation and highly delighted headache in an odd of traditional tough as nail Japanese game of the past like Dragon's Dog or like Dark Souls series by FromSoft, and now takes players on the demanding journey. Here, friction is not the only unexpected but embraced, but sometimes those challengings are bugs, asking players to dedicate their minds to Twitch reflects the heart of conqueror those challenges. So, uh, the original Dragon's Dogma was one of those games that divided everyone between haters and fans, emerging in 2012 as the minds of the two Capcom's most legendary creators, Devil May Cry, series director Hideaki Isuko, and Resident Evil 4 producer Hikori Kobayashi. This RPG, an isometric role-playing game, was essentially a mix of aforementioned Dark Souls core gameplay loop and the jobs systems from Final Fantasy, with a limited version of the Monster Hunter series limited connectively features and add for taste. The combine of the usual design structure and the high but far difficulty missions and systems, which provides itself as a pushing for players to find unexpected and original solutions. And it's easy to see why the game has immediately became a viral yet decisive sensation upon release. But above all those, Dragon Dogma's most defining feature is the fact that it absolutely refused to hold your hand, revealing its deeper layers, and only those players who managed to battle their way through the story at least once. Yeah, I heard a lot of things about Dragon's Dogma 2, uh, such as the microtransactions, the the microtransactions, the not being able to delete or do a new game, which that is a core uh thing in a game, which is bizarre. Uh, it's kind of weird in a way where you can't do that. I mean, there is a way, but you have to go through Steam and your files to do that, and even then, I heard that it's also cloud saved to Capcom servers. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, uh, I don't know. I myself wanted to play Dragon's Dogma 2, but I don't know. It doesn't. I heard it doesn't work on the Steam Deck very well. It had to. That's my only thing. So yeah, I won't partake in it until everything is cleared. And I also heard that the game has mods, but yet you can't use them because of how strict Capcoms are. But yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And Zarwin is out of here.